for another game, ready for another victory. What up, Haley? Shout out to all the Patriots fans in the building. I appreciate the support. My brother, what's going on?
What's good, brother? What's good, man? How you been?
Just trying to take care of business, living life, trying to get to these goals and these dreams I want to live
Listen,
each and every day.
listen, man. I was just reading a book, and it's like, man, we forget to take the present as the gift, man. So I know we be grinding hard and we be going, chasing these dreams, chasing these goals, and we forget, man, the moment that we living in is the moment. That's the gift. So enjoy that,
So
brother.
true.
Enjoy that.
Boy, you dropping gems already on the podcast,
I was
boy.
waiting. We ain't been on it in a minute,
Hey,
man.
man.
What are you thinking? Yeah. What are you thinking? Yeah. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah. What are you thinking? Hey. What are you thinking? Hey. If you wanna know my thoughts, open your ears when I talk. Yeah.
You got to stretch first. You know what I mean? Get your neck rolls in. You got to put your feet together, touch your toes. Then you got to drop the gems. Boy, you can't
They
straight
wasn't
off.
ready for
But
it.
yeah,
They wasn't ready
they ain't
for
ready
it.
for it. But yeah, like I said, man, it's my brother 3-4. Welcome to the Tap Show Live podcast, episode 18. And this is my brother. You go ahead, 3-4.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? It is your boy Arnold at Arnold's Thoughts Podcast. You know, we talk overseas basketball every single day. And more than that, when I reference overseas basketball, I'm referencing life, because that's all this is at the end of the day, man. Dudes, what up?
100%, bro. Hey, man, just getting through this basketball grind, but I appreciate you saying, like, stay in the moment and appreciate where your journey has taken you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I get caught up in, like, where I need to be in the future so much. I be looking too far ahead. You know what I mean? I need to just stay right here, appreciate what's going on right here, right now, and then, still work towards my goal, but just realize that I'm headed in the right direction. And sometimes we don't praise ourselves for going in the right direction enough. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to go in the wrong direction from your goal and just hanging around the wrong people, being in the wrong surroundings. So
What's up, guys? I just dropped my new ebook, 6 Must-Have Steps to Be an Overseas Basketball Player. You know, I've been playing for the last 9 years. I got all the steps and the traits that you need to start your journey with networking, with getting a mentor, all the things that you need to start your journey to be a protege. So go get that ebook, click the link in the bio, and make sure you get your steps to being that overseas pro one day. Let's go.
yeah, I'm glad to see we doing good and here to talk overseas basketball. Like you said, we're just trying to inform everybody who love basketball, whether you want to be a pro or just a big fan of basketball, what it's like to be a professional basketball player playing overseas. You know what I mean? So today's gonna be a good episode. We're gonna hop right into the first question. What has been some of your craziest moments playing professionally overseas?
Man, see, I think the thing is about going 9 years is you forget some of the crazy moments that is. I know there's so much more, but I got two. I got two good stories for you. One is real crazy. It was like my first time, second time in Colombia. I believe I told this story before. I'll refresh the people though. So when I played 3 seasons in Colombia, this was my second time. I made it
Hmm.
to a really good team in the capital. It's called Bogota Piratas, right? So
Hmm.
one of my old teammates made the team, made a phone call to the coach, said, "Hey, you looking for a four-man?" Boom, sign me on the spot. So I'm like, bro, this is my guy. He got me a gig. You feel me? He didn't forget about me. We hooped the season before. So so we had a game, right? And
Hmm.
you know how normally if you living in the same area as one of your teammates, you kind of see their interactions, what they do on game days. You just see how a person lives, right? You just really get to
Yeah.
see how other people live up
You
close and
become
personal.
family with your teammates, low key.
Right, if you got the right teammates, that's another story for another day.
Hmm.
You know
Hmm.
what I mean? But normally it's game day. He goes up to the room like every hooper does, take their nap, before the game. Eat, nap, get ready to go. So I see him like the coach pulls up to pick us up. I see him just talking to the cleaning lady. And my first thought was, bro, you don't speak Spanish. So what is it you could be
Mm,
talking to her about? Because she doesn't speak English. So
mm,
immediately, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking like, what is going on? But I ain't really paying no attention to it. Coach pulls up, comes to pick us up. I'm looking at him. I'm like, bro, do you got your bag? We finna go to the game. That's what I'm telling you. He's like, we finna go to
mm.
the game. So he was like, oh, we got a game today? So I'm trying, I'm really trying to like see, like, I know something is off, but I'm not there yet. It's not clicking like, bro, something's up with dude. But I'm just, so we got a game today. Let's go, bro. Go get your stuff. Let's go. So we get
Mm.
to the game. We're about to do warm ups. He's like, I forgot my jersey. You forgot your game?
What?
He was like, I forgot my
Hold
jersey.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. First of all, where this dude was from? What city was he from?
He was from New
I gotta
York.
know.
He was from New York.
Oh, says a lot, boy. Something about the New York boy.
I
Hey,
already know what you're talking about.
man. But yeah, and also, what I was about to say, how old was he?
At that time, he was probably, we was both in our, that was the early years, so 25, 25. He had to be either 24 or
'Cause,
25 in that range.
you still too old to be forgetting your jersey, bro.
But
Like,
that's what
come
I'm
on,
telling you.
go ahead.
There was something up. That's what I'm
Oh, go ahead, go
saying.
ahead.
This is
Tell- All right,
we're
let me
getting
let me
into it.
finish the story.
Yeah, we're
I'm
getting
sorry.
into it. We're getting into it. So
I'm invested. I'm invested.
you got it. Okay. So we get to the gym, right? And he's like, yo, I forgot my jersey. So the coach is like, oh, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We got extra jerseys. Don't worry about it. And he just broke out, started crying. Just started crying to the coach, and the coach was like, yo, bro, it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, don't worry about it. You know? So time moving on. This before the game. This before the game. So time's moving on. He comes up to another one of my teammates, snatches his jersey. He was like, bro, what are you doing? That's my jersey. He's like, nah, this is my jersey. So they're literally fighting.
Did he take it or he snatched it?
I just seen, this is the crazy part. I seen the jersey in my other teammate's bag, and I just see him take it out of his bag like, you got my jersey. And he's like, bro, that's my jersey. What are you talking about? He's like, nah, this is my jersey. He's like,
Oh
look
man.
at the number. The number on the back is not yours. There's a name on it. So I'm really like, bro, there's something wrong. There's got to be something wrong. Get into the game. He gets like in crazy foul trouble, mad quick, has to come out the game. So he's really playing like 10 minutes. He really played like the whole game, like 10 minutes. I just remember specifically on the court. We was on offense.
Mm.
And then we trying to pass the ball in. He starts playing defense on the other team while we're offense.
What? Yo, hold on. What colors was y'all wearing that night? That don't make no sense
Black. We were
whatsoever.
wearing all
What?
black. They were wearing all white. I
Hey,
wish.
what happened
I
there?
wish
What
I was
happened there?
making
Like,
this up, bro. I wish I was making
what
this
he,
up.
y'all, I know y'all confronted him on that. What did he say when
Hey,
y'all
he was
asked him, like,
just
what would you do?
he was just like not in his right mind the whole night, bro. He just wasn't like from the
Yeah,
before the game till after, like during the game, because we ended up like
yeah,
winning by like some crazy like last second stop. We got up one and then got to stop to end the game. So we turned because that was our first time like back to back. Yeah, we didn't beat these dudes. We starting to move up in the ladder like we turned ready. Like yeah, man. He walks inside the locker room and was like, "Why is everybody cheering? It's only halftime." I'm like, bro, what? What is going on? Like, you really gotta be like, bro, are you good?
Man, it's only one answer I can think of now that you told this story. Like,
And
yeah,
look, dude was a straight shooter. Didn't drink. He never smoked. Like, so I know it
he had
wasn't.
to be on something, Arnold.
No,
He had to be on
I'll
something.
get to that. He
He
wasn't on.
had to be
That's the
on
crazy
something.
part, bro. He wasn't on anything. I know that's what you was gonna say. He was probably on something. Dude didn't do nothing. Like, we took him. I'm gonna get to that part. All right, I'm gonna get to that part. Moving on. So we get home. We get to the back to the hotel. We all stay in the hotel, and we're all just like parlaying inside my room. For y'all who don't know what parlay is, chilling, not doing much. Anyways, parlaying,
They know. They know.
parlaying inside my room after the game. We just talking about the game, and dude's just talking something like crazy. Like, he's just talking about some, like, I don't know what we need to do. We need to go back to the motherland. There's a conspiracy. Like, he really just started, and this dude don't talk. Just the stuff he was talking about, I was just like, what is going on? But I was like, you know what, bro? You need to chill in the room for a bit, because we need to watch you. Because I knew something ain't right. Right? So it's three imports. Me,
Hey,
him,
man, you know what they call that?
what?
They call that tequila. He was on that tequila and he
He
blacked
don't
out.
drink, bro. He don't drink. He don't
He don't
drink.
drink in front of you.
No,
He
he
don't
don't
drink
drink.
around y'all
Listen,
or in front of you.
I'm gonna tell you.
That
Oh,
man
let
is
me
knocking
finish.
on backs.
I'm telling you, bro. He
Go
don't
ahead.
drink. He don't drink.
Go
So
ahead.
he stayed in the room till about 3 in the morning, right? So I get a phone call from this dude like 4 in the morning. I'm like, bro, what's up? He was like, what time does breakfast open? I just hung up. I just hung up the phone. I just hung up the phone, bro. I just hung up the phone. I just hung up the phone. You're tweaking. I just literally hung up the phone. Come on, bro.
Oh
So
man.
I'm really like, I don't know. I'm downplaying the situation. I'm downplaying the situation. About 5 in the morning, like, both of my teammates came. Boom, 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 beating down my door. Yo, Arnold, get up, bro, get up. It's like 5 something in the morning. I'm like, what is going on? So they both run to my door like, hey, bro, he up there tripping. We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go see. So I'm like, you. First of all, you wake up in a frantic state, and you just hear, like, to see my teammate's eyes, how shocked he was. Like, he was so shocked. Like, bro, we gotta go do something, bro. He's really tripping. Like, he's really tripping. So we go to his door, and all you hear is, my legs. Steph Curry. For context, bro is good now. Everything is good. You feel me? This is just a
You
story.
sobered up, man. That's what that
He
tequila
wasn't. He
do to you,
didn't
man.
drink, bro. He didn't drink. I'm trying to tell you, he didn't
Tequila
drink.
make you black out,
He
kids. Don't
didn't.
drink tequila, kids. It make you black out. It's
Look,
crazy stuff.
dude is good. Will, see, my teammate just came in. Will, he was with me. So perfect. He came in, right? We came to the door. It's all three of us. We opened up the door, and, like, bro was like foaming out the mouth, face full of, like, snot, foam. Dude who just got it on my boy Will. He looked,
Will's 3-4 capping right now? Is Arnold
look,
capping?
he walked in,
Is this
like, as soon as we opened up the door and he seen his face, he just froze. Like, no. I'm not going in there messing with that. No way. Once he seen his face, bro, it was really shocking because, bro, he went from just, like, already tripping to, like, foaming around the mouth and the nose snot. It was crazy. So the center, our homeboy, the other one, the other import, literally grabbed him. This dude was like mad, swole, big. You know, the undersized bigs, so they extra stocky. He just grabbed him, put him down, put him in like a police lock. Just like, nah, bro, before you do anything, You ain't going nowhere, bro. You ain't going nowhere. It was crazy. It was crazy. We took him to the hospital, ran every ran every test. He was 100%
Mm.
fine, bro. He had not one toxic in his body. It was the craziest thing I ever seen. He had
Does
not.
he remember that?
I
Does he
don't know. I don't
remember
know.
that?
I really don't know. All I know that was the last time he hooped.
Man, that is a episode to say the least. Cause bro, if you, I don't get like how you could be consciously making those decisions, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and all the decisions that leading up to that's like a movie almost,
Bro,
like a horror
that's what
movie,
I'm trying
bro.
to tell you, bro. It was the craziest moment of my, I think of my overseas life, bro. That moment was probably the craziest that I've ever just dealt with. Like dealing with somebody not being 100% there, and that's what people don't understand. Like, bro, you living with people that you have no background of who these people really are, so you don't really know.
Major facts,
Maybe
bro.
he was on medication. Maybe like really from my perspective, I felt like he probably had like some, I don't know. I don't want to label nobody, but saying he probably was a little bipolar. Don't know, because that's the
Mm,
only other kind of, that's the type of actions you would take, because you didn't have no, I'm telling you, he did not have one drink, no
mm.
alcohol, no other substance in his body. This man did not do any of that. And to flip like that for a whole day, for the whole day, I'm talking about before a game till
Yeah,
the next day, something was up, bro. And you just, we don't be
yeah,
realizing who we be staying with. You just thinking you
that's true.
hooping.
You know, speaking of, just mental health is real these days, and it's like a major topic for a lot of people. And just like, you know, overseas hoopers, he might have forgot his medication on accident, not even, meant to like not take his medication.
Mm-hmm.
And, it be like that. He probably didn't, like you said, he probably didn't know how to speak a lick of Spanish or what was the main language? Where were you
No,
hooping at?
I was in Colombia at this time.
Okay, what like they speak Spanish in
Yeah,
Colombia?
yes, they speak
Uh,
Spanish.
yeah. So like yeah, he ain't know no Spanish and there's no way he could get his medication. So he probably just had a flip out moment, you know what I mean? Or I don't want to call it a flip out moment, but just a moment where he needed,
Something was
some proper
yeah,
care.
yeah, he needed some, he definitely needed some proper care. And it is, that's good you touched on that mental health. Do whatever you have to do for your mind to make sure your mind is right when you do anything, especially when you're going out here playing on these in these other leagues, because you think it's all about basketball. We've said it time and time again. It's not all about basketball. It's about really having your mind strong enough to survive all the stuff that comes with this basketball stuff, bro. That's really when we speak about mental health for hoopers. Listen, because we ain't even talk about, because thank God we ain't in that position yet where we have to retire, and you talking about been doing this for almost 10, not even 10, since we're like 5 years old. There's always hoops.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
Mm-hmm.
just gotta stop playing. Your mental
Mm-hmm.
will, that shift in your life, that'll mess your mental up. So guys,
It
take care
will,
of
man.
yourself, man, straight up, because this overseas life, boy. If you want to get tested mentally quick, come on aboard. Come
100%.
on,
It's not.
boy.
It looked good on social media, and it has its up moments, its perks for sure, but come with a lot of the same opposite, negative stuff and a lot of mentally challenging stuff. So you definitely gotta be on your toes. Do you got any other stories?
Yeah, I do have
Like
one. I got one more, but this one not probably not as diabolical as that one was. But this one was
that
pretty
was a
crazy.
trippy story. That
That one
first
was
one.
by far the craziest moment. That was probably my number one craziest moment overseas. But this one was also kind of, I couldn't believe what I just saw type, and how would I respond if it happened to me. So this one's not as
Mm,
long. So we're inside the game. It's a playoff game, and I'm with this team. They just brung me in for the playoffs. So we're in the game. We won game one. It's a close game. And you could tell this one guy has a real good relationship with the coach, I suppose. Like that, you could tell they have a relationship. And I was playing in Ecuador at the time, and they don't really
mm,
respect the basketball like that. Let's just say, like, there's very much different levels to organizations and teams. And not to say too much, but they was not like it was just. That's all I'm gonna say. You already know.
Mm.
So
Yep.
we're in the game, but we're tied. We're at home. We're tied, and the guy who the coach trusted so much, you could tell that was his boy, ran a play for him to get the ball to like for the last shot, right? So
Mhm.
play draws up. We run through it. It sets like a down screen. He comes off the down screen to catch it in the corner. They threw it to him and hit both of his hands. He just dropped it. It went right between both of them.
Mm.
Like he clapped it and just lost it.
Mm.
Like just
Mm.
bad hands at that moment. They
Mm.
get the ball, they win. So
Mm.
we're going into the locker room and he is going like he was speaking in Spanish. My Spanish wasn't 100% on par at that time, but I know he was tripping on him. Like, hey,
Mm.
I trusted you with the rock and you messed up the play. Why I give you the ball? And it was like, what are you talking about? And he just read back and just slapped him. Blow!
Hold on. The coach
Yes.
slapped the player? Damn.
Yes. Listen, bro, he slapped that man. And I'm not talking about no, hey, what you doing? I'm talking about, bro, used to play basketball. The coach used to
He was an
hoop.
American?
Nah, he was an American. I was the only no, I wasn't the only import there. You know BJ. You remember BJ from Atlanta?
Yeah, yeah.
He was the other guy
Yeah.
on the team. It was me and him.
Mm.
But the coach used to be a hooper, like he was like a four-man, so he got some size on him. And his hands is
Yeah.
mad big. When I say bro, he just it wasn't like no little, it was like wow, like I was like, oh my God, bro. Like I was literally shocked, bro. I was shocked. I could like forget losing the game. What is going on, bro? What is going on? There's no way. There's no
Man.
way, bro. And he was just the player was just shocked. And like the coach was still going crazy. He was still spazzing. And like they literally had to like wrestle him out of the locker room. It was wild. That was just the most I
Bro,
would never forget that. I will never forget that. Like I've never seen that since then. I've never seen something like that.
that's beyond wild because I'm gonna tell you straight up. My coach hit me. That's gonna be your last time hitting me, my boy.
Oh
I'm whooping
man.
your ass. But that's some crazy stuff. Nah, for real though.
That listen, that will be forever etched in my brain as like, okay, this is crazy. You hear me?
A slap is outrageous,
It
bro.
was
Like,
outrageous. I'm not talking about no. It was really like on those movies type. Like the what's those like slap boxing, the slap boxing competitions. It was one of those,
bro, they
bro.
done made a full competition out of
Or
that
how they
joint,
do it
man.
like
That's
this
crazy.
and put their hand. Blow, bro. He slapped bro so hard, man. It was like, oh, they have a special relationship. To slap me. Listen, Rashad, dudes, we are my best friend. But if you ever in your life put your hands on me like that, I'm sorry.
It's over with, bro.
It's
It's
you
over
know
with.
we gotta scrap. We have to. There's no
Hey, shout out my
way.
boy Boo, man. Who you talking about, Boo, man? You funny, bro. You tripping. Hey,
Uh,
but no, I got one crazy moment I can think of.
go ahead.
I was in Tunisia, and what year was this? This was it? It was 2021. Yeah, I want to say early 2021 March.
Is that the Middle East or is that Asia?
That's Africa, actually.
Oh,
And I wanted to say, thanks to basketball, that completed like all the habitable continents I could play basketball on. So I played basketball on 6 out of 7 continents on Earth. So I'm pretty much proud of that shit. You
which
know
one
what
are
I
you?
mean?
Which one are
So
you missing?
Antarctica,
Mm.
I ain't hooping out there. So
Got to
I
be a
done
trip
hooped in
though.
North America, South America, Europe, Australia, Asia, and Africa. Proud of myself.
No, that's a
But
big
yeah,
accomplishment. A great accomplishment. We'll salute that.
it is.
That's amazing, actually.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you. So I went out there for like a couple months. Really didn't work out. Only played 2 games. You know what I mean? The crazy thing is though, like I like the city I was in. Shout out to Sousse, Tunisia. Everybody in Sousse, what up? It's your boy Big Deuce. I know y'all remember me. I was out there for 2 games. Y'all remember me. But yeah, man, it was just like a city on a beach, just nice and chill. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was around March, and because we was in Africa, it's getting kind of warm. Like spring is starting to start back, and so I used to go to the beach. It was real chill, but the people there, they really support the local team.
Hmm.
It was Sally Twal or something like that, like some star, like Sue Star. But of course, they was heavy on the football, soccer. Uh, but they also supported the basketball team, and it was basketball season. So I think though, because of COVID, they still weren't allowed to attend games. So my first game, I want to say we ain't had nobody in the crowd. But in the second game, like, all right, so we played 1 game, and I think I had like 4 days in between. And so I had this young roommate of mine. He was like a super young dude, and he actually played in the BAL, that Basketball African League with the NBA.
I don't, but continue.
Okay, but yeah, he hooping in that league. Shout out to my boy Kala. But yeah, he told me like, yeah, the fans talking about coming to the game, even though it's COVID because we play our rival and it's a big game, and
We pulling up.
usually,
It don't matter. We
yeah,
coming.
pretty much. Usually that game always go down, go crazy.
Oh
There's some
yeah.
crazy stuff that happened in the past, so they was like, forget it, bro. We gonna buck on the system and come anyway. So we get to the game, and sure enough, bro, it's like they letting us in, but security is literally trying to bar off the fans from coming in. And so I thought that was just wild because we had to walk past the fans, and it was like just so animated and so turned up for us to win. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm like, man, bro, because like I just ain't been in no atmosphere like that before. I have passionate fans, but they were ready to die for that team, bro. Like they was on some, it looked like a revolutionary scene the way the police was like
Wow.
almost about to club the people. Long story short, bro, I think it was a close game the whole game. The fans snuck in against the security, but it's not a lot of them. It's probably like 70 of them, which
Okay.
ain't a lot, but a lot. You know what I mean? And but they rowdy and they all together. So anyway, as the game goes by, they spitting on players. The players almost run up to the crowd and fight them. You know what I mean? It's really a hostile atmosphere. And so, like, basically the whole game, they was heckling them and spitting on certain players. So after the game, they ended up, well, at the end of the game, it was a tight game. They ended up winning by 1 point. So
Oh.
basically, fans were mad, they cussing, they speak in Tunisian, so I can't really understand the language or whatever, but I could tell they was pissed and not happy. And all of a sudden, bro, I see like the fans and the other teams started getting talking to each other, and I could just see all of them
Oh man.
trying to spit on it, right? And so like, you know, the dude's trying to run up, but security pulling them back, and then they're like, all right, whatever, whatever. Next thing I know, somebody just throw a brick, boom, hit the court. Next thing, I see just a big rock flying. I'm like this, like, oh, oh, oh. Bro, fans just started just bum rushing the whole arena, bro. I'm running to the locker room, bro. I'm like, oh, bro, I'm going crazy. Like, yeah,
That's
they
crazy.
try to tear up the whole stadium. So yeah, that was definitely a crazy moment because you see sometimes EuroLeague basketball, you see fans with smoking cigarettes, popping flares, uh,
In the court,
people
on
fight,
the court,
people
like in the
fighting
gym.
on the court. Yeah, in the stands going absolutely bonkers, going crazy, and like it's different to like see it on TV,
And experience
watching it,
it.
but experience it. You see all the other small little detail, and you actually you can feel the energy from it, and it's beyond crazy, bro.
That's
It's
what it
like
is. Feeling that energy.
they love this thing, they love it, and they'll die for it, bro.
Man, the same thing happened. I remember one of those too. We beat a team in the playoffs. First time they made the playoffs in like 10 years. Popped them. Finished it at their crib. They're throwing like they call monetas, but it's like a coin, like a quarter or a nickel. They're throwing them at us during the game while we're shooting free throws. They got the light pointers pointing. I'm looking at my teammate about to shoot. I'm looking at my teammate about to shoot, and I just see a green laser going in his eye. I'm like, these people are crazy. Like, so we beat them. Boom, we beat them. And we had to wait. It was like we could only take out 3 or 4 at a time. The people are here, such and such. And I'm like, they capping. You know what I mean? They overdoing it. We had to stay in the locker room after the
Mm.
game like 2 hours because they only could take us out by segments. So the cop comes. She said, listen, she's saying this in Spanish. She's like, listen, when you go out there, don't walk, don't look over there. There's it's like a big armored truck, police truck. See the truck, just put your head down and run directly into the truck. Don't look, don't. I'm like, Cap, you know what I'm saying? Cap, there is no way that's going on right now. But I walked outside. So when you walk out of the gym, it's like a gate that they won't let people in. So they pretty much blocked off the gate and it's the opening, but the police truck is right in the center. So nobody could come on the side and nobody could really hop the fence. They could just throw stuff over the fence. So I walk out, me and my teammates, like 4 of us at a time, we walked out, right? And I'm like, I just see a swarm of people just come around the corner and run up to the gate. And I'm like, what they gonna do? They behind the gate until I heard. And I was like, oh my God. And then I seen a big brick come flying over. Oh, I was like, yeah, it's over with. But I took off, dove inside that police truck, bro. And you just hear just like doom, 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 like stuff falling on top, like they was really throwing bricks, bottles, like all kinds of stuff, like really at us. I'm like, just because we
Yeah,
won,
bro.
we decide y'all trying to kill us out here. Throwing glass bottles, beer bottles, bricks. Man, that was crazy.
It get real. It
It
get real.
it gets
Saying
real out here.
they ride for their team, and it's amazing to see because you would think it's on some gang type level, almost on some mafia type level, like that. Now, I wouldn't say hatred,
I
but it's
love this
strong
game so
dislike for the
much. It's
other.
like they
Yeah, I was about to say, we gotta throw this brick at you, boy.
I
You
gotta
beat
hurt
us.
you. You beat us. You think you gotta get it back in blood. You beat us. You don't
They
even
really bang
play.
the basketball team.
What are we supposed to lose? That's what we come here. We come to win.
They be throwing
Nah, you
up
got to pay you back in
their
blood.
team.
Real
Man,
blood.
that's wild. But, that's wild, you know what I mean? But so transition from that. We've been all around the world playing basketball. Our talents have taken us to some amazing places. What are some of the best like cities and countries you've been to since you've been playing professional basketball?
Oh man, to be honest, I thank God every day for the game of basketball because just to be able to get like free travel to go play basketball is just crazy in itself, man.
Hmm.
But I would say I'm gonna start with the team. I'm not team, but the place that I love staying in the most, which is Chengdu, China.
Mm.
Chengdu, China. That right there is like a second home for me. I love Chengdu, China, bro. Like that. I still got friends out there till this day. I still could pull
Mm.
up and I know how to maneuver. The life in China is just so much different from a life anywhere else. Of all the
Mm.
places, I think that's why I got so like adapted to it because the life in China is so different. It's like it's moving, but I've been to New York and it's not like that. They move different. In China, it's like they just moving. It's a calm, chill vibe all the time. I don't know. That's probably why I kind of fell in love with the city. I lived there for like, shoot, 3, 4 months. Came back
Mm,
again and stayed like another month, and it just felt like home. Is so huge. It's huge. I played
mm,
the three. I played. That's why I played my first 3v3 tournament, FIBA 3v3. We won the Chinese circuit, and then when all the other teams came, they popped us because I'm like, we're not winning against these dudes. They gave me a big
yeah.
fat Chinese dude and an old, super old Chinese dude. I'm like, but we're not gonna beat them. Like these are
Mm,
real professional hoopers, and we just got a couple of
mm,
guys and say, hey, you go and win for us. Not here, not here,
mm,
bro. But it was definitely an experience. They had us like in the Hyatt. Like I'm talking about great, everything just on par, gear.
mm,
I was like, man, this city is where it's at, man. Like it's just
mm,
huge. They got a real popular zoo there where they got like the red pandas because it's like the city of the panda. So it's got like
right.
they're supposed to have like these red pandas or something that was there. And I never went to the zoo. I all the time say that. I know it's famous for that and I still haven't went. So I
Mm,
gotta go back to go do that. For sure.
mm.
China was definitely. What about you?
Uh, I've been blessed as well, man. Like I said, I've been to 6 out of 7 continents on this earth, man. I'm gonna keep flexing that. Uh, but for me, I say my two favorite cities I've been to has to be Melbourne, Australia, and
Mm,
also London, England. You know what I mean? Uh, and I throw Paris in there. I know it's so cliche to say those three cities because they're so big and they're so well known,
shoot.
around the world. But man,
But not a lot of people
I
get to
just had a
experience
good
that though.
time there. Yeah, exactly. And just being in a huge city and outside the US, like you said, like China moved a little bit different from New York City. Like, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? And that's how it was. Because I'm from Atlanta and I know how that moves. But it's just different to get a change. Just feel good to get a different change of pace and see
Hmm.
how other people live and see how other people view the world. And just like I'm into like aesthetics, so like those cities, Melbourne, London, and Paris, they're beautiful cities. You know what I mean? And like Melbourne was just so cool, man, because just I don't know, it kind of reminded me of American City, but it was on the beach
Mm.
and everybody was just chilled out and it was sunny.
Is that close to Gold
And yeah,
Coast?
just no, that's a little bit north up. Melbourne's in the southeast, like the bottom half of Australia. But
Okay.
that's where like Liz Cambage from. That's
Okay.
where Kyrie Irving was born. So it's a big, well-known city. I think it's like the second biggest city behind Sydney. But yeah, bro. The From top to bottom, man, Melbourne has so many things to do and see. Same with London. It's a historical city, probably the biggest tourist destination in the world. And I got to actually play for the capital team, the London Lions, back in 2016, 17. So I was actually living in the city. I was in
Oh, nice.
Tottenham Hill up
People
in
go there
North
for
London.
vacation and you go in there to live.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. I got so yeah, exactly. Some people just get experience for 3 weeks, maybe a week, and I got to do a good 8, 9 months.
Oh,
And man,
wow.
I ain't take no I took every advantage of that, and I got to see the city and just probably did more than the average tourist or the average person that lives in London
You
did
got the
in that
time to
city.
do
So,
it. That's the best
and then
part.
I was out in Paris for a little bit as well. I got to see J. Cole perform in Paris.
Word?
Like I
Oh,
never I never
what?
even seen J. Cole perform in the States. The crazy thing about it too, since I've been hooping overseas in my journey, been to more cities and like countries than I have to states and cities back home. You know what I mean? Which is not crazy, but it's just like you
Once
said,
you
it's
get
free
out of your
travel to play
element,
basketball.
when you get out of your element, bro, and get into new things, it just makes you move a different way.
100%. But yeah, them three cities, man, I had a great time, man. Got the nightlife is crazy too. It's amazing. So I had a good time, and yeah, bro, Melbourne, London,
I
Paris.
when I was in Australia, I went to the Gold Coast, and we did whale watching. That wasn't
Yeah,
it
they
as
got
experience.
whales in Australia.
We went whale watching on the Gold. It's called the Gold Coast.
Yeah,
Yep. You go on the
yeah.
you.
Gold Coast is lit. That's like the Miami of Australia, but
Okay, yeah, we went there.
yeah,
I
we
was there for a
yeah.
while, and then when we went whale watching, it's like you get on this huge yacht, and
Hmm.
if you don't see no whales, they'll come back and they'll refund you your money if you don't see no
Mm,
whales. So we was turning around. It was like, man, we ain't seen nothing. Then all of a sudden, they just started to see them live is so crazy.
I bet, bro.
I don't
They
care.
huge, bro.
Even like the distance that we was from them was kind of far, but you could still see like how massive they were. I want to come up like really close, but it's so intimidating because they're so huge. And you're looking, bro. That was definitely an experience. Going whale watching and
Mm.
seeing them jump out the water and move and see that's
You saw them jump out of water.
seeing the size. Like, bro, probably one of the best experiences I've ever had, and that was in Australia.
Mm,
And we went to the Steve Irwin, um, like museum, not museum, but park,
mm,
because this park is
yeah.
still running. We went there,
Hmm.
watched the Gator show, them all that,
And
bro.
I don't want to cut you off, but I gotta give a shout out to Australia as well because I played 2 seasons out there, and like you said, man, just being out there was amazing because they got. That's why I say Melbourne was lit because Australia is like a place of no other, man. Like
People don't
they got
understand Australia is
animals.
different,
People don't.
man.
It's
Australia is
very
different.
different. I wasn't expecting. I didn't know. I didn't really have no expectations for Australia, but it definitely left a good impression on me because like they got so many different animals out there, so many things like you see on TV you want to try, but you can do it there. It's accessible there. You know what I mean? Like go scuba diving, whale watching. That's like almost in every city out there because like pretty much
They
because
got
of the
like all
outback,
the stuff, yeah.
they all on the coast. So it's almost a coastal city in every city, bro,
That's
and like
true.
it's just
That's
good
true.
vibe.
That is true.
And just being on the beach out there, whew. I mean, I just had a I went to the beach one time like around like 2 o'clock, and bro, I just stayed out there from like 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock, maybe even later, just chilling on the beach, bro. Like,
Great experiences.
and I didn't even notice time was going like moving like that. You know what I mean?
Man, that's a crazy feeling to say, man. I was just out here chilling. I don't even know where the time, man. That means you really
Yeah.
living in the moment. Shoot, you got to be
Being
sometimes.
in being in I hate to cut you off again, but being in Tunisia was lit too, because like I said, the city I was in,
Hmm.
Sousse, they put like they had me living in a little apartment next to the beach,
Hmm.
so I was literally in walking distance of it, and I used to just go down there and meditate, bro, and that was a good feeling, bro. Just I
That's dope.
love because Atlanta's a landlocked city. We ain't got no water running through the city, no rivers, no lakes, no oceans. We go down to Savannah, but that's 3.5 hours. You know what I mean? So any cities with water running through them, London has water.
Hmm.
Paris, of course, Melbourne, right there on the water. I pretty much enjoy because I don't know, it just seemed to bring me peace, and then just yeah, good place to meditate all the time.
I would say for me, another place that you know how you just got a mental picture of a place, and this is like that's Bangkok, Thailand, man. Bangkok,
Mm.
Thailand.
I hear a lot of good things about Bangkok, bro. Like,
Bangkok, Thailand is the most different. You know how you see somebody be like, he different. That's what I say about Thailand. It was absolutely nothing that I expected it to be, and everything more than I expected it to be. I'll put it
mm,
like that. It was just like,
mm,
yeah, I guess because their whole what's that? Their country is just so catered to tourists. Everywhere you
yeah,
go is like a tourist attraction, no matter where you are. and it's like extremely catered to tourists all
Mm.
over. So but in the cities here, in the city, they have a lot of flooding. Like one of the biggest things that happens when it rains, 30 minutes an hour, the whole city floods. And it's
Mm.
a lot of sewage. It's a lot of
Mm.
sewage. That's the bad thing about it's three things that they put like on the billboards. The three problems: flooding, trash, and traffic. From 4 to 7, you're better than not schedule anything. The traffic is unbelievable.
Mm.
Worse than any place I've ever. From 4 to 7, traffic in Bangkok, Thailand, is horrendous. I don't care where you're
Mm.
going. It's a 30-minute drive. I don't care
Mm.
where you're going. It's a 30-minute drive. It takes you 30 minutes. That's without the traffic. It's so
Mm.
huge and spaced out, but it's really cheap. You get a lot of like knickknacks and what's the word I'm looking for? Like memorabilias, all those type of stuff. Memorabilias. I can't even say
Mm.
that word. But Thailand,
Yeah.
Bangkok, Thailand, and the nightlife. I've never seen anything else like nightlife in China. I mean, in
Mm.
Thailand,
Yeah. That's
like
what them
that.
boys went to in the Hangover.
And it ain't nothing
I
like that's
already
what I'm
know what it
saying.
is.
It's not
I know it
nothing
ain't
like
nothing like
that.
that. I know it
But
ain't like
that's what
that. But
everybody would
to
believe.
go there and be in that type of film, bro, that means it's a lot going on in that city.
Yeah, and that's what people always be. That's why we say, regardless of like we blessed. Why we keep talking about how we blessed for being like going these places and basketball taking us there, because a
Mm.
movie is going to just confuse everything about the experience of actually being there. Or
Mm-hmm.
say go there for yourself, and you would just be like, this is absolutely nothing like China. Everybody expects China. Oh, they out there
Bro,
eating dogs and this and
bro,
that.
everybody think the movie ATL, everybody in Atlanta skate. Everybody don't skate in
I
Atlanta, bro.
know.
Cascade is real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
That
man.
people do that, but everybody in Atlanta don't skate, bro. Don't get it twisted. But movies, they definitely don't do the city justice. You know what I mean?
Definitely
They
don't.
never do really.
They definitely don't. But it was nothing like I expected, and it was like I had such a good time because I think there I didn't stay still. Like most times I'll be at the crib after practice, but Wednesday to Saturday I was experiencing all the city. There's just so much to experience there. Like it's just so many museums. We went into this one
Mm.
place called, and it still scars me till this day. It's called the Death Museum, right? It's called the Death Museum, and it's not
Why
like
you go up in there, Arnold? What's wrong with you, boy?
I got invited. I got invited. It's like so I'm
Uh,
trying to be like a tourist. Hey, let me experience all these different things. And so it's like
that's true.
it was just remembering it just brings back some crazy memories of what you see in there. Like you see the wildest thing, like 100 different skulls of where like people died from like getting hit in the head, and it shows you like this is what happened when they got hit by a car, and the like this is what the hole looks like, and then it's another person who got hit by a rock, and who what I'm saying, and it's just like 50 different skull types. They got like
Mm.
this plastered dude in there. He was like the first ever serial killer in that whole country. And so when they caught him, they like, we're gonna plaster you so you could be on display forever. So you never get
Mm.
peace. It's it was definitely a traumatizing experience, but very insightful because you would never, what I'm saying, you learn something and you get to
Yeah.
see something you
Yeah.
would never get, you know what I mean? Like
Mm.
it was a great experience. Traumatizing, but very good. Both.
I feel you.
Gotta have
I
the
feel
yin and the
you.
yang.
100%. But hey, brother, I think, appreciate you sharing. We're going to end it there on the podcast, man. Great
Dope,
chopping it
dope.
up with you, man. Definitely got to do it again, man. That's episode 18 of the Tap Show Live podcast. You got anybody you want to shout out or tell anybody about anything?
Man, just follow the platform Arnold Slots Podcast on all social platform. We just here every day, man, to just give y'all inspiration of the game, not just for to think that this is so bad. You do gotta get your mind right, but
Mm-hmm.
it's a great thing to play this game of basketball overseas, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Arnold's thoughts on all social platforms. That's all I got for y'all. What's up?
Yep, and y'all can follow me, Tap Athletics 22 on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We try to make it to 100K subscribers on there. Tap Athletics, no 22 at the end, just TAAP Athletics. Make sure y'all subscribe, and if you already subscribed, tell your friends, your mama, your cousin, your dog, everybody in between, bro. Spread the word. And yeah, man, like Arnold said, man, for everybody chasing that dream of becoming an NBA player or overseas hooper, chase that dream, but also build your mental. Make sure you mentally strong. Make sure you mentally tough, because a lot is gonna come at you for asking for that goal. You know what I mean? The universe, God, whoever you believe into, they're gonna give you that what you asking for. But man, it's gonna be a lot that come along with it. So just make sure you be ready. Be prepared and be tough. You feel me? So yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna say my last plug and you say your last plug. That was episode 18 of the Tap Show Live podcast with my boy 3-4, aka Arnold Thoughts Podcast.
All right, man. That's your boy Arnold from Arnold's Thoughts. Appreciate you. Deuce, y'all tap in with me. I'll be hosting this one on my platform. It's kind of like we still trying to figure out what we're doing with this joint venture.
We still trying to figure it out.
But we here.
It's a beautiful day.
That's what I'm saying. But we here.
We here.
We show up.
We gonna look back on this. They be like, man, they set the blueprint, bro. You just gotta jump in it.
Right.
Sometimes you might not have no plan, bro. You just gotta jump in and have faith, bro.
Right.
That's what we doing, bro.
And I'm glad I get to do it with my brother, Deuce.
Heck yeah.
Forever, bro. I'll holler at you, man. Appreciate it.
Bro.
Until next time, bro.
Love, brother. Until next time, I'll holler at you.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.